So next topic is channels. Channels are the pathway for conveyance of water from one source to another. So in channels we have open channels. Open channel is a passage in which liquid flows with a free surface subjected to atmospheric pressure. So we have two types of open channel. One is natural, second one is artificial. We studied about flow of water or flow of fluid in pipe. If you take a pipe section, I will draw a typical pipe section. And if you take two section 1 and section 2, and if we draw one datum, then this will be datum head 1 and datum head 2. And if you insert a piezometer in these two sections, then you can see the pressure head, which is P1 by rho g by Bernoulli's equation, and here it is P2 by rho g, and kinetic head is V1 square by 2g, and here kinetic head is V2 square by 2g. I am not considering the losses. So this will be total energy gradient line or total energy line, and this is hydraulic gradient line. If you take an open channel, then of course we have a base which is called bed, right? And if you draw datum, then angle between this bed to our datum is, I will take I is a slope. If water is flowing over the bed, it's an open channel flow. If I draw this section, so you can see it's a trapezoidal open channel, right? You can take rectangular section, okay, you can take semicircle section. So if you draw two section 1 and 2 just like previous case, then your free surface itself hydraulic gradient line, and we have two head, one at section 1 V1 square by 2g, and here it is V2 square by 2g. So that is your total energy line or total energy gradient line. So you can see the difference between pipe flow and an open channel flow, where the flow surface, which is of course a free surface, right, which is of course a free surface, is also HGL, hydraulic gradient line for open channel flow, and you can see total energy line or total energy gradient line. And one more thing in open channel flow, that is, you can see every open channel flow consists free surface. So free surface in the sense, you take atmospheric pressure is acting over it, right, P atm. Then what will the value of the pressure created in the motion or created in the flow of water? So if you take pipe flow, the flow occurs because of pressure difference. If you take open channel flow, then of course the free surface is subjected to atmospheric pressure. That means the free surface here the atmospheric pressure is acting on the free surface. Then if you take this as x direction, the direction of the flow as x direction, then the variation of pressure, right, with respect to x axis is equal to 0, right. Variation of pressure with respect to x axis is equal to 0. I just defined that one in mathematical term. That means the integration of this term is P is equal to constant. So similarly, the P which is equal to sigma normal to the surface, which is also equal to constant. That means the stress or the pressure, the resisting stress or the pressure in free surface or acting on free surface is constant. If you take an open channel, see here the head here is P1 by rho g, which is H1. At section 2 it is P2 by rho g, which is H2. So now it is the bed, okay, I will just, you can, so then of course this will meet at some point. Now we already know the acting normal pressure P is equal to constant. That means there will be no pressure difference between these two sections. So I can again write that one, dP by dx, right, is equal to 0. That indicates that there will be no difference of pressure, or the variation of pressure in its flow is equal to 0. The acting pressure is constant. It may be the acting pressure or it may be the resisting pressure or the stress. That indicates that with respect to flow, the variation of pressure is equal to 0. That means there will be no variation of pressure in the direction of flow. That makes the flow in open channel does not depend on the difference of pressure, right. So if you take pipe flow, the flow is depending upon the difference of pressure. So that means in every flow there will be resistance. To overcome this resistance, we have to create this flow, which is I. So what is the use of creating this bed flow? If you take this section, so it is weight. So weight itself acts as an important factor for this kind of flow. How? I will tell you. If it is W, then in the direction, in x direction, it is Wx. So Wx is the force component or component of this weight which is causing this flow, or which is causing the shear stress. That shear stress will lead into deformation and that will create the flow.